a lot more sound coming from my end.
Okay.
So, good morning, everyone. So today, if you remember our post from yesterday, we're going to be doing a live video of soaping, and I'm going to get my cards read for Royal Pumpkin for the 6 months in my future. See what Royal Pumpkin's direction is going to be. So, Christine, take it away. Let's shuffle it up.
All right. Okay.
While Christine is shuffling, I'm going to go ahead and get my stuff ready. So, can't really see on this camera, so let me just tilt you down here. So I've got my melted oils and butters ready to go, and my lye solution over here. So while you are shuffling this, I'm just going to mix this because it's going to be kind of loud.
Okay.
All right. So in with the lye mixture. I apologize for all the noise. It's going to be a very loud house. Everyone's home. We're still on lockdown. I'm just going to give this a mix. I'll be right back.
Oh my god, that's like the weirdest noise. Thank you. Your little clouds. Super long, like I like them.
Okay, my oils are mixed and ready to go. Are you ready to deal?
Yes. So we're gonna flip through the cards, and you're just gonna tell me when to stop.
All right, I'm ready. And stop.
Okay. So we've got this pile. I'm gonna split it into 3 piles, and stick this one on top. Oh, you can't see anything. Oops. So we're doing 6 cards and a 7th card to tie everything together. So we're going through the next 6 months of what is in store for Royal Pumpkin.
Yay! So I just added my fragrance. I'm just going to give it a bit of a jizz to make it all evenly mixed. So these are my colors I'm using today. We've got some electric orange,
Gorgeous.
green, yellow vibrance, and then of course some pink.
Oh.
Really nice, bright spring colors. I'm going to evenly pour these between. So whenever you're ready, you can start flipping. I took my microphone out so I can hear you better now.
Oh, okay. Now I'll start flipping. Okay, this is great. So I've learned yesterday that if it's if you have all reversed cards, it's not the right time to do your reading. But you have only one, you have 2, no, you only have 1 reverse card. So we'll start off with your first card. So this is for the month of March since we just started.
Okay.
Yeah. Or would you like to go to April already?
Well, I'm hoping to have a facility by the end of these 6 months and move out of my poor kitchen.
Yeah.
Start using my kitchen as an actual kitchen and not a workshop.
Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands is your first card, and this is for March. And so if you look at here, so this is the Marigold deck, by the way.
Okay.
It's heavily inspired by Sikh imagery. And each illustration or each card has its own specific meaning towards this deck, but we can still go into the regular kind of definition of what this card can mean for you. So we have the Queen of Wands upright. So in this deck, a lot of the time the wands are represented by flowers or dry herbs or something like that, because like you said, Kimberly, like a wand can be anything. It can be a stick, it can be a hand carved thing, but here it's chosen to be the flower. And you have a skull, so this is the queen with a halo around their head, and you see them grabbing the tallest plant. So this is great because it upright, it means courage, confidence, independence, social butterfly, and determination. Yeah. Sorry?
I like that.
Yeah, so it's interesting how you have independence and social butterfly happening in the same card, right? So, So this card reminds you for the month of March that you're upbeat, courageous, and determined. You see a creative vision for your life and purpose for your life, despite the adversity and challenge that comes with always pushing yourself. So you're very self-aware and you're channeling your best efforts this month to minimize the weakness and play to your strengths, and all while being friendly and optimistic and not having to step on anybody to become where you want to be with this card. So it says that you're fully expressing yourself to the external world, and I don't know if this is true for you or not, but when you get this card, it shows that you are like to be the center of attention, whether you admit it or not. And now it's just about creating a community of like-minded people, like what we're doing today with the reading and everything like that. So it encourages you to get to know your shadow self, the lesser known and sometimes darker side of who you are. And it doesn't need to be a negative aspect of yourself and what you're doing with the business, but just don't be afraid to show your shadow now and then. So I think that I interpret that as doing your storytelling on TikTok, I think, is a great outlet for this, because you can build that community around you and having these live Instagrams.
It's getting my attention without really getting attention.
So the final word on this is that if you show your shadow self, that when you get over that fear, you'll be able to connect with others on a deeper level. So I think that when it comes to relating to your business, it's just about your persona as Royal Pumpkin needs to be it. Oh, sorry, I lost my train of thought now. All right, so don't be afraid to show every aspect of yourself, because your brand and your business is represented by you and what you bring to the table. So if you show your other sides, it will help other people connect to you better. So you don't have to be perfect. The pouring doesn't have to be perfect.
You just got to get it done.
Yeah, so that's the month of March. I think that the wand, shows that you have a direction and you're working very hard towards something, and it's playing to your strengths. So we have the 7 of Cups for April. So again, we're doing a 7 card spread, 6 of them projecting into what Royal Pumpkin is supposed to, what could be possible with Royal Pumpkin through these cards for the next 6 months. So now we're going into April. So we have the 7 of Cups upright. I love this card. I love the illustration on here. So it looks like there's only 5 skulls, but if you look closer, there's actually 7, and you're looking at it from the top. So
Okay.
these 4 cups are empty, but they appear to have a feather, and it looks kind of like it's about to fall into the skull. And then you see the bottom where it's falling out of the skull. So I think what I like to take away from this card is that there's an illusion happening. So you see how, again, you just see the tops of the skulls. It doesn't look like there's a skull there, but there is. So this means you have choices, you have wishful thinking, and you have opportunities. So I really see each one of these skulls representing any one of those words. So in your business, you have new opportunities, choices coming into what you want to do. When this appears in a reading, you have many options and opportunities from which you can choose. And it may not look like the way that you thought it would come, but you could just be looking at the skull from the top rather than seeing the whole skull on its side here. Oh, okay. So the kind of reality check about this card is that so your plans with Royal Pumpkin sound fabulous in your imagination, but it's about implementing those ideas now, figuring out, which ones are serving me and which aren't. And you've already decided to make some choices with the brand, with Royal Pumpkin. So I think that a lot of exciting new opportunities are coming to you, and it's up to you to make sure that the option that you select, any of these skulls, this one in the center, especially with the eye, the third eye right at the top, it's inviting you to move out of the ideas and options phase and choose. So it's up to you to select what is in alignment with what you want to do and the purpose and your highest good. So even if you feel paralyzed by all the options available to you, it is your time to choose in April to really solidify what is happening with Royal Pumpkin in this month.
Decisions to be made.
Yeah, exactly, right? So that's April, and now we're going into May. So we have here the King of Cups. This is a beautiful card again. It shows the skull terrarium. It has an orange in it. Olives, there's an olive branch. And there's a golden halo going all around it. And there seems to be 2 discs kind of floating in there. And then you have the flora at the bottom, kind of showing that the skull is looking down at the ground. May not be grounding itself, but it is connected with the earth. And I think that says a lot about your business, especially because of your eco-friendly and healthy fish, healthy planet, right?
Hey, the fish are happy. That means we're living.
Exactly. So with the King of Cups upright, it means that you're emotionally balanced, compassionate, and diplomatic. So what can that mean for a Royal Pumpkin? So
diplomatic.
It represents mastery over the realms of creativity. And so you're honing your skill every single day. Every time you wake up in the morning, you make a soap, you make an email blast, you make an Instagram post. You're pushing yourself creatively every single time. And you have your challenges, but they're not going to get the better of you. So when we're looking into May, right, March, April, May, again, you'll be running full force with your creativity.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. It's interesting because this is the King of Cups, so there's a masculine energy around this creativity. So that may relate back to the previous card that said that you can push forward with the decisions you're making and showing a different side of who you are. And so this might be a more masculine energy that helps you propel in your creativity and the relationships that you build with your like-minded base that we have going on here. So I think that what this card is saying also is that behind the scenes, you're very compassionate towards others, creating strong bonds and relationships based on patience and understanding. And what that says to me is that you have an ability to, behind the scenes, make those connections to propel your business forward again. So you may have some interesting opportunity come up with a potential work colleague that aligns with what you do with Royal Pumpkin. So you interact with others, but you need to navigate you need to create a sense of peace in your interactions. And so when this card appears in your life, it says that a male figure may come into your life as a mentor, coach, or and you may just step into this role by yourself.
I like that. Putting on the pants.
Yeah, exactly.
Taking control.
How is your soap making going? Maybe we should take a pause from the reading for a sec. What are you doing?
Right now, I am just pouring in my batter. I'm glad I chose this soap because it's a very slow acceleration. So as you can see, it's still rather liquidy. Mm-hmm. So I'm able to take my time and pour beautiful drop swirls into my soaps.
Wow.
And of course we're doing, I didn't even tell you, this is the first time new mold. Mm-hmm. My brand new guest bar. So I got the tall and skinny mold from Nurture Soap. Mm-hmm. And we'll see how this works, because the other one, I don't know if you noticed, but I've been having some difficulties on molding that soap. So hopefully this mold won't be so challenging. Mm-hmm. That's my hope anyways. Mm-hmm. And also, it smells fantastic.
What's the fragrance again?
It's honeysuckle.
Honeysuckle. Mm-hmm.
And it smells so good, like just freaking amazing. Like I can't even describe it. Like honeysuckle and just amazingness.
What is a honeysuckle? Is it a flower?
Yeah, it's a plant. And when I was younger, they would grow like their vines, mm-hmm. and you would pick the flower, and then if you just pull the bottom part out, mm-hmm. just slightly, it'll like pull this little piece of little droplet of nectar, and then you just mouth on it and you pull the thing, and then the nectar comes out, and it's super sweet and tasty. But yeah, when I was a kid, I loved finding honeysuckle plants.
Cool. So let's recap here what we've done. So we've gone through the projection for what's happening with Royal Pumpkin. We're consulting the cards to see what is in store for the next 6 months. So again, we have already gone through March with the Queen of Wands, April with the Seven of Cups, May with the King of Cups, and now we're moving on to June with the Page of Rings. So typically it's called the Page of Pentacles, but in this deck it's called Rings. And this is great. So we have a headdress here with the gold, I don't know what to really call it, with a shawl or a robe on, and a white halo, which is interesting because most of the other cards have gold halos. But guess what? The ring or the pentacle, or no, it's a ring. The ring is being held by the page in the center here, just like with the other kinds of decks. So they're holding the ring. The Rider Waite cards. So this again is upright. So for June, brings a June summer, the start of summer. It welcomes new beginnings, inspiration, and initial stages of creative project or venture. Knowing how far in advance it takes to plan for your next scent and launch on the right date, it appears that you may start maybe a new product or a new fragrance, but there's something new and creative happening in this month, and it's just going to be in its initial stages.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I have been thinking about a new product,
so
yeah,
that's exciting.
I could be starting it soon.
Yeah. And it seems like this card, see, each one, the previous cards kind of talk about the sense that something great is coming, and then with this card, it actually is saying that this is the right time to do that venture, that creative idea that you had with your business. So this card represents represents career and physical health, and how to manifest more of these material blessings, not just spiritual or otherworldly kind of blessings.
I like material blessings.
So again, you will be in the midst of the new project, and so the page doesn't specify the fulfillment of the dreams as much as it is more about initial motivation and energy. So you're not going to knock it out of the park right away, but this will be the initial phase of the new things that are coming to Royal Pumpkin. And the more goals you have, the more dreams you can achieve, is what this card is saying as well.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. So living in a forest with my facility and never having to leave into the public world.
Well, look at this. It's like your new entrepreneurial venture will be in the initial stages of setup, but it's going to set up your company to be financially successful and abundant in the long term.
Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that a lot. Because, yeah, that's amazing.
And in your journey so far with Royal Pumpkin, you are only at the beginning, even though it feels like you have been operating for 2-3 years now?
2 years. I'm on my third now.
Yeah, so it's just about keeping the enthusiasm, the commitment, and the devotedness to see this project through, which you have for the past 2-3 years. And I don't see why things wouldn't progress that way even further, especially with this card encouraging you to try that new thing, take that risk, and you'll be met with...
stay on the bus?
Stay on the bus, as you say.
Stay on the bus.
Yeah. And what stage are you on now?
With the soap making here?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm just putting the last finishing touches on the top here.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to just, for this soap in particular, I try to make really delicate pour so it doesn't break through, and then we get the nice lines of color, and then I'm going to swirl them together with a chopstick.
Oh, cool. And can you tell us why, again, the soap has the large swirls at the top? Like, because it's not like, drugstore soap or something. It's it has a very artistry to it.
Well, to be honest, it doesn't really do anything to the soap except for aesthetics. And I just like it because it looks pretty. But I mean, of course, it's gonna be better than drugstore. Drugstore is full of chemicals. They have sodium lauryl sulfate in their soaps, and that's what everyone is allergic to. But nobody knows.
Nobody says anything.
Well, because you've been using soap your entire life, so you don't expect that the soap is what's irritating your skin. Until you stop using the drugstore stuff, and you're like, oh, is this what soap's supposed to feel like? This is what soap's supposed to feel like.
I really do.
Have irritation.
I feel that with your soap, it's like it actually leaves your skin feeling more nourished, where other soaps you feel more dry, because it's like I don't know why
That's the
that
sodium
is.
lauryl sulfate. It's a
Yeah.
super drying agent. But they use it, it has a purpose. It's to make a really hard, long-lasting soap. But if you know that my biggest complaint is that my soap lasts too long, so I don't need the sodium lauryl sulfate.
That's true.
I mean, that's why we're doing the guest soaps.
Yeah. I like it because then you can collect all the fragrances, and I just love the way that it like fills my bathroom with like this amazing scent every time.
I do notice that when it's just one bar, yeah?
Anna can't see what you're doing.
Oh, sorry. There we go. My apologies. We are just adding the last bits of color here.
So that's the guest soap.
This is the guest bar. And I'm always so worried. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to have enough left over. But I always have the perfect amount. So I guess I'm actually getting good at making soap.
Yeah. You can just kind of eyeball it now. Yes.
Because there's this one woman I used to watch on YouTube. Jen and A and Suds and Such Be Scented. She is freaking amazing. She doesn't measure anything.
Wow.
Pours, and it's always perfect. I want to be like Jen.
Can you move the camera to my left a little bit so that we can see the pour better? There we go. I think that'll do it.
Thank you.
Yeah, how many layers go into honeysuckle?
I don't really count.
Yeah.
But there was a lot this time because I had made my lye last night, so it had all night to cool down. Because if you use really hot lye, then your soap accelerates faster. So I think because the lye was cold, it is like liquid all the way to the bottom, which is the best kind of soap to work with. Unless you want to do a textured top, then you're kind of screwed because you need to wait.
Kimberly, are you reading the comments?
Sorry?
Read the comments. There's something really nice.
Oh, really? Thank you. Oh my gosh.
That's so nice.
You're so sweet for saying. Thanks. Anna, I'm not going to pronounce the first name. Thank you, Anna. You're so sweet.
That is so sweet. And you're part of a like-minded community that is Royal Pumpkin now. Or you always have been.
Yes, Royal Pumpkin family.
Yeah.
For life.
So I'll go back to the reading. So we have, I don't know what point you came in, Anna, but we've already done March, April, May, June, and now we're heading into July. So we're doing a career work spread to just kind of project what is in store for Royal Pumpkin. So we have the 9 of Cups here. That's reversed. So this is your, I believe this, or the 7 of Cups was also reversed. I put it back wrong. So we have the 9 of Cups, which is reversed. So this card, if you can see it here. Woo! Birthday month. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 skulls. And the center skull has a hibiscus in it. And so it's not like the previous ones that are more like terrarium-like. So there's actually 3, 4, 5, 6 blooming hibiscus flowers. So when it comes to what this means, it's kind of pointing out your inner saboteur, talking like negative self-talk, but it also represents optimism. So it represents optimism. And then, so.
I like being optimistic.
Oh, wait, sorry. Wrong definition. So it actually means inner happiness, materialism, dissatisfaction, and indulgence.
That's such a complicated card.
Well, maybe since you sowed your I don't really know the phrase for this, but you've tended to your garden in June, and then July seems to be the month of indulging after all of your hard work, just like how I don't know how, so Kimberly and I recently did a juice fast. We just ended last night. What was your first meal back? Did you indulge or did you?
To be honest, my first non-juice cleansing thing was not even a non-juice cleansing thing. I just had tea this morning.
Oh no.
I'm not even hungry.
Yeah, you get used to it, I guess.
But I do feel amazing. Like, my stomach doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Do feel more refreshed and energized. Like, I stayed up so late last night.
Oh, really? So, with this card again, it appears that you have everything you ever dreamed of. Wow. That's powerful. But the one thing you have to keep in mind is that you may still feel like something's missing deep down. And so it's kind of warning you to not just pursue the material gain after having this abundance from your new product or new venture, whatever it may be. And it's about choosing where you want to sacrifice your life. So would you rather overwork yourself to be able to buy that whatever you need, like they use the example of like an expensive home or car, but you never get to see your friends and family, so you will end up being miserable even though your business is succeeding. So this card is about taking time for you and your friends. Don't forget where it came from. So it sounds like whatever's happening in June pays off in July, but you have to keep in mind that you have friends and family there for you too. Wow, what's happening now?
Well, now we're going to just texture the top. We'll just give it a bit of a design.
So this is the thing that I was talking about, how it looks so different from other soaps that I've seen with the swirl at the top.
Even more different. So I think I'm going to just do up and downs.
Okay.
I really like the way that looks.
This is like the most soothing part to watch. It's so perfect. Look at that. I don't really believe in talent. I hate when people say like, you're so talented, but this is not talent. This is hard work and practice to be able to get it that even like that.
This is just knowing your product.
Yeah.
And I think this is from culinary school. Because we had to do a cake that had this kind of design on it. I forget what it was.
Is it that black and white cake?
Yes!
Yeah.
But you don't do it like this. You do it a little bit differently, honestly. But same sort of idea.
Okay, so let's go with your sixth card here. So we have March, April, May, June, July, August. We're getting into August now. I can't believe it. August is coming. Oh,
August already?
So you see here, you have a very realistic looking heart, and it's being pierced by three very huge swords. And so upright represents heartbreak, emotional pain, sorrow, grief, and hurt, unfortunately. So it signals that you can be disappointed in this month. Maybe, not sure why, but this is the opportunity to experience these emotions, no matter how painful. So you need to find an outlet and do whatever it takes to express your anguish or pain or whatever it is that you see. I'm trying to figure out how that relates to your business, but of course you are the main locomotive to make this machine all happen, right? So I think it all ties together, talking about yourself and the brand. So here we go. So despite all the pain and anguish of August, you have to continue to focus on the path ahead, the one that you laid out for Royal Pumpkin and yourself, and not get so absorbed in the emotions swirling around you. So the Three of Swords comes as a reminder that pain, sorrow, and grief are a necessary part of life. You've heard this before, like without the pain, you'll never experience the opposite end of it with extreme joy and happiness, right? You have to have a little bit of a marker there to tell you which emotion you're feeling at the moment. So while the pain may cloud your vision for a time, it will eventually bring clarity. So that's good. So it's not as if you're suffering for nothing. So you continue working, continue seeing opportunities, and just take this as a learning opportunity, basically. But the good news is that this season will pass. And you'll bounce
This season
back.
what?
It's this season of pain will eventually pass, and you will bounce back. So there's nothing that's going to tear you down. You're going to make it, bounce back even better than you were. But it's just about, again, being careful about not letting negativity stop you from reaching the potential with what you have created with Royal Pumpkin.
What black thing? This? Sorry. Anna's asking something.
Oh, yeah.
This is glitter.
Ooh.
It's my glitter pump. So I just put some holographic glitter. Some beautiful. There you go. Flame. So I just put that on top, and then some rubbing alcohol to make sure there's no soda ash. Make sure the colors stay vibrant.
What? I've heard of soda ash. What is it?
It's just the what's it called? It's just a thing that settles. It's like I think it's like oxidation or something. It has nothing to do with like the finish of the soap. It just makes it look a little ashy. So if you like historic soaps where they have that kind of grayish, ashy look, I just don't want that because I just spent all this time making this beautiful color. Sorry. But I like that. So I'm going to have a lot of some trials and tribulations to go through, but it will pass.
It will pass.
Just got to remember that.
Yeah.
Really good.
But I really like the last three cards are very memorable to me for some reason. But so you've got June with your working on your new venture or new product, whatever it may be. And then you have the reverse Nine of Cups, where you have to make a choice, right? That's what that meant. And then the Three of Swords is about just keep on that bus, you know? Keep grinding and going. Now, let's see what the overall meaning of each of these cards is so that we can see an overview of what you have in store for the next 6 months. Nine of Rings.
Nine of Rings. Rings are always good.
Yeah. And it's upright, so you have a hand holding a rose upside down. I actually have a tattoo like this. And you have the ferns happening in the background.
You totally do.
Yeah, the upside down rose. And then you have the 9 rings here. So, why? It's not a bouquet of flowers. It's just a thorny rose that's being held very loosely. It could easily fall out of the fingers there. And let's look at the definition. This is awesome. So, upright, which you have, it represents abundance, luxury, self-sufficiency, and financial independence. Oh, how does the soap harden?
I love this card. Financial independence.
Yeah.
What? Does that mean I get to move out and be at my home and not have to have people making noise in the background while we're doing like live videos?
Anna has a question. How does the soap harden?
Oh, sorry. How does the soap harden? Just by time, through the saponification process, because I'm a nerd. So when you add the lye to the fat, it goes through the saponification process, and that's what cures the soap. So it will heat up quite a lot, actually. It goes up to, I think, I want to say 200 degrees Celsius.
Wow.
And then as it cools, then you get nice hard soap bars.
Cool. Was it very hard to learn all of this kind of science behind soap?
It wasn't that hard. I got this book because I'm a nerd. It's called Scientific Soap Making.
Yeah.
And it's basically like a textbook.
Yeah.
Huh?
Hi, Dave.
Oh, Dave. So, yeah, it's just it's like a textbook. So they have different case studies that you gotta do. So they'll be like, do the soap this way, and then they tell you how to write out your book like an actual scientist, and have like your method on one side and what worked and how much this, and they teach you how to actually accurately weigh out lye and not do it by so many grams mixed with so many grams of water. It's like so many parts. Like, so that all of their lye solution is 500 parts per million, something like that, or something. I forget. It's been a while since I read it, but
yeah,
it went through the whole entire breakdown on everything.
Wow.
and how soap works.
Do you put it in the oven? Is what Anna's asking.
Do, but I don't turn the oven on. I just put the light on because it does create some heat, and then also helps to insulate.
So you're a clean as you go person.
Yes. Well, because with soap, if you let it harden on here, it's not a bad thing. It's just, have you ever washed off a soap dish and you're just sitting there rubbing the soap for hours? Yeah. And you're scraping it off with your nails. So that's exactly what's going to happen here. So I would just much rather wipe it out, and then now all you got to do is clean residue. Done.
Nice. Are you done with the soap making now?
I am. So this is the finished top.
Ooh, oh my goodness.
So I don't know if you can see a little bit of sparkle. It looks what?
It looks like a flame.
Oh my gosh, I totally did do it a flame. I didn't even realize the color combination perfectly.
What happens? Yeah. Do you ever plan out how a soap is going to look before you do it? Or do you just kind of do it based on the scent and something like that?
So I sort of planned it out. For this honeysuckle, that was quite easy. Honeysuckles are usually pink or orange or yellow. And then I like the green because it's springtime. And so I was going to do a hanger swirl for this. But then because the soap was so liquidy today, it was mixing very well in the mold, or at least I think it was. So when I cut tomorrow, hopefully it'll be really nicely swirled.
Do you have an example of the guest soap? Do you have a question asking how does the mini soap look?
Oh, I will be right back. Hold on.
Okay. So, just to catch people up who just joined, it looks like tulips. Oh, you're right. So we had another comment saying that the honeysuckle looks like tulips.
Okay, yes. From this angle, it could look like tulips.
So what have you got there? You have the guest soap.
So yeah, this is the guest soap. Let me see. There we go.
Yeah.
Glare.
Here's the
so is it backwards? Because it's backwards
for me. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's not supposed to be backwards. So here's the tea. And then just the same label that you would get glare in here. It's crazy.
Oh, okay. They want to see the just made batch. What does that top look like?
Oh, So it looks the same. Here, hold on. I can't twist it. Ah.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
So it's all matching.
Yeah, so I can't. Oh, okay, so I can tilt it a bit, but not terribly.
Yeah, because it's too liquidy.
Still too liquidy. Like this one, you can still
boy.
see it jiggling.
Does that mean it'll take longer to cure?
No,
No?
that's just this. Like, it's already curing because like the jiggle, it's kind of making kind of like waves. So, excuse me. It's starting to develop a skin. Also, too, when you put the alcohol on here, it helps to make the skin activate faster. Because I did that once. I sprayed it with alcohol on this bar I was doing. I was like, oh, I want to fix this one little part. And I did it with the spoon, and it's just wrinkled everything. I was like,
no.
So, no touching after the alcohol.
So we have another comment.
They look like mountains.
Gorgeous. They look like mountains. It's cool. It's like a Rorschach test. You can see whatever you want to see.
I should do that with my soaps because sometimes the swirl. I remember this one time, I forget which soap I was making, but when I cut it, it looked like a calico cat. Like it was one with all the colors. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's a freaking cat! I made a cat!
Okay. So as I was saying with the seventh card, the overview of what to expect, it's a very, very, very good card. Like abundance, luxury, self-sufficiency, financial independence. So let's dive in a little bit deeper to what this card is saying. You know what, Kimberly? Don't be afraid to splurge.
So that means I should buy clothes for myself?
Treat yourself to a special occasion or personal gifts to celebrate your journey.
Oh, I don't know how to do that. Whenever I get like extra money, I'm like, oh, what can I spend on the business?
Well, you know, that may be the case now, but you know, the cards are saying treat yourself. It doesn't always have to be, it's about you sometimes, you know. And just like on a plane, like you have to put the mask on yourself before the baby. So invest in yourself and your business will grow. So
well,
the financial...
Sorry, the financial.
This is amazing. So again, this card speaks to financial independence. In my deck, it's not a woman, but this in the other deck, it means that the woman in the card actually has created a very luxurious lifestyle by her own actions and efforts. She encourages you to do the same. Create abundance and independence so that you can take care of yourself in the long term. So this could be growing your inner self and then also translating that to the business.
Okay. We can do that. We can definitely do
that. This is so spot on. It's like you appreciate the beauty and abundance found in nature, and you can harness this high vibe energy to bring pleasure in your life. So it doesn't have to be in clothes. Maybe it's getting more deep dive into gardening or floristry. And you just, this is about spending your pastime in beauty of nature. So go on lots of picnics and walks in the park and get in touch with that side of yourself.
Well, we are going for a walk tomorrow, isn't that right? You are the business. I am the business. You're right, Fran. You're right. Anyways, we are almost done cleaning up. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun!
That was fun.
We should do this again. Thank you so much for joining, everyone, and watching the 6 months prediction for Royal Pumpkin, because it's going to be amazing.
Big things in store.
Oh, I just broke my glove.
Oh, there, treat yourself. Treat yourself.
It's in the middle. I was like, I saw a little blue thing. I was like, what is that? That's leftover soap? No, it's my glove. Like literally like a little hole. out of my glove.
It's not like you use scissors or something. How does that even happen?
I have no idea. That's probably the law. This is why you wear gloves when you're handling live, because it's very, very dangerous. My glue gun's gone. Oh wow.
Treat yourself. Get some really nice ones.
I will do that.
Because you are the business.
I am the business. Well, yeah, that's our live video then. My soap's done. The cards have been read. Thank you so much, Christine. That was amazing.
Anytime. I really enjoyed this.
I love you. Anyways, have a fantastic Saturday. And enjoy. You can eat solids today. So enjoy that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try not to overdo it. Okay. Bye.
I will try. You try too. Okay. Bye.
Thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to get more content from Royal Pumpkin Academy. Until next time, bye!